Welcome back. And now let's shift gears to a very exciting part of today's show, entertainment. So I hope your popcorns have not finished and your drinks. So grab some more, grab some more. It's about to be amazing right here. So I have with me on the show to discuss celebrated African excellence, Adiola Omoba, who is a content producer and has worked on beautiful storytelling visuals, from podcasts to videos to documentaries and stunning music videos for some of Nigeria's A-list superstars. I'm talking about Davido. I'm talking about African Giants. I'm talking about Machala, Wizkid, Rema. Should I continue? Don't let me continue, all right? And she's on the show with us today to discuss this all-important topic. Hello, Adele.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You're really chopping all these people's money.
People will believe you. People will actually believe you.
That
They will believe you.
You look it.
Don't send my helpers away.
Is there a reason they shouldn't?
They should not. Oh, my helpers are still out there. My helpers are still out there, please.
It's so good to have you on the show.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you
so
for
much
having me.
coming. Beautiful. So, Adela, African creatives are taking global stages. They are bringing home all of the awards and cutting away all of the prizes. Burna Boy, Davido, Wizkid, Tiwa Savage, Thames, Ira Star, Rema. I could go on and on and on now as somebody who has helped tell their story. Let's talk about storytelling and the incredible role that it plays. You know, sometimes you listen to a song and you're not feeling the vibe of the song. You're like, there's something missing in this song. And then you watch the video of the song and you're like, so this song is sweet like this. Wow. So what role does storytelling play in helping us push our narrative on the global stages?
I'm a firm believer that visuals, they're a very, very strong marketing tool. Generally, from whatever it is you're selling a product, you're selling an artist, you're selling film, it would help you. And that's because people are very intrigued by what they can see. And so, especially when you're working with people that are very in tune with, like you said, storytelling, when you hear a song, you can just imagine what it will be like for someone to maybe visualize the song, to act out what they're saying in the song. And then when that is all put together, even someone who might not understand the language that you're speaking in that song can tell what you're trying to say from the visuals that have been created for it. I'm going to use Maven as an example. I worked with Maven for a while, though. And I would say that they have amazing rollout for their artists. Rema's introductory, his rollout video, that's his unveil video, Ira's unveil video. Those videos did, Crayon's unveil videos, those videos did so much in presenting and introducing these artists to us. Already from the get-go, they are like superstars, and we are just getting to meet them. Those visuals positioned them already as what the label wants us to see these artists, and it has really done well in pushing. Look at where they are right now. They're doing amazing. So I believe that visuals they're key. They are very important. We need people to see your faces. We need people who, a lot of our artists sing in other languages, pidgin English. There are global audiences that do not understand that. But when they see these videos, it might be the dance moves, it might be our culture that has been in some way infused into the video that would intrigue them, and they're like, I'm fascinated by this. What are they saying? And it's just, so I feel like it really does a lot, and I believe that we're doing
amazingly well.
We're doing work too.
So Adela, to pick on that, I know that when we talk about Nigerian music and all these big guys, what has helped over the last decade is the role of technology in several aspects of music production and monetization. One that comes to mind is these guys are able to monetize by, just dropping their music on a streaming platform, and then they're making a lot of money. So, but I want to come down to what we're talking about today, which is content production. What role do you think, and when you watch music videos, you can literally grade them. The quality is world class. some not so much. What role does technology play in that production, and what makes the difference ultimately? I know some people talk about budget, and I won't pretend that doesn't impact
Play a big
the
role.
quality. But I'm sure that underneath that, there are other things that you put into consideration that makes, distinction or difference between a top-notch video and one that's not.
Yeah. Using some work that I've done as an example, I worked on a project last year and we needed to, should I say, replicate an AI voice. There's no way we would have found somebody, no matter how amazing you are as a voice artist, we still needed technology to modify that voice into what we wanted it to be. So if we were not able to do that, when you who did not see the video treatment, when you're watching it at home, you do not fully understand the message we're trying to pass across to you. Yeah. So that goes, there are times that we shoot stuff that we know that with our own manpower, we cannot fully get that particular scene, that particular shot into what we know. Then we need to go into using VFX to modify what we have shot. All this is the use of technology. It's not just set your camera and then shoot. There's so many things we actually use technology to do, making the visuals come out way better. Like you said, budget is absolutely important, but then it's not enough to just have the budget. What are you doing with the budget? What can the budget do for you? So that's where all of this comes into play. So from the voice enhancements, from VFX, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of it. I'm even going to go into when you're paying, when you're making payments for stuff on shoot, during shoot preparations. Still this same technology that we use in making payments very fast, all of this. So it's broad, it's a lot. I mean, at the end of the day, it helps us. It advances what we do.
Yeah.
So yes.
So just to follow up on that, you mentioned AI and the role it's playing. There's been a lot of debates over the last couple of years about the role of AI, at the front end, how this may impact the work of the talent. You just spoke about using AI to mimic someone's voice. I mean, I've seen scary music videos made by someone, but it's not that person, right? And that's on the front end. There are already legal battles about royalty and how that will play out. But if you bring it to behind the scenes, which is where you really focus on, are you guys afraid that jobs may be lost, some roles may be lost as a result of using technology and specifically AI to do content production in the future?
I'm not scared.
Okay.
Let me start from there. But I believe that there's a possibility that some roles can be taken over, but some can't. Especially, or let me say, it also depends on what exactly you are trying to achieve. Say, for example, I could say, AI help me come up with so budget for this thing. But you will not be the ones to hire the crew now. The AI will not start calling the crew and hire it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that I do. I hire the crew on the project. If I say, we need, say a brand sends a brief to either the director or whoever, and you need to sit down, brainstorm, and come up with something, and you're getting feedback. There's going to be a difference to how I, as a human that uses this product that I'm trying to sell, will, should I say, visualize selling it, as opposed to how AI would. But if what you're doing, you are not very concerned about proper human relatability, like you're not very particular about it being relatable. So, for example, as a Nigerian, there's a way I will sell certain products, and there's a way someone who's an American will sell it.
Right.
So, in my opinion, I feel like that's where the difference comes in. There's a way humans will still think about this, and that will give you will know that when I'm watching this thing, there's the person that went through this thing. We are similar in some way. The person that is telling the story, we're similar in some way, as opposed to if it's just from a place of intelligence and there's no emotional touch to it. There's no connection. It's just pure intelligence. So I think that's going to be difficult to achieve with AI. I mean, everything keeps advancing, but right now, I think it's going to be a bit difficult to achieve that human connection, that relatability with AI.
Right. Very well said, Ajola. Now, I understand that to be nominated for a Grammy, there's a certain global standard you have to meet. Probably your video quality has to be top notch. No, but I don't know I don't know but maybe when I want to be nominated for Grammy,
you know.
So let's talk about the global standards and how African creatives are struggling to meet these global standards. As a matter of fact, some African creatives are doing amazingly well, film, music, but they feel like if I'm not nominated for a Grammy, if I'm not nominated for an Oscar, I'm not doing well in my career yet. So what challenges are these African creatives facing when it comes to playing match up with the global standards? When it comes to when you place a music or a music video from Davido and one from Justin Bieber, or a music video from Angelique Kidjo and one from Beyonce. How do we match up? How do we close that gap?
To a very large extent, I believe that we create our own standards. To a very large extent. I'm going to explain why I think so. I've seen visuals from Nigerian artists that I would rate higher than I would rate some foreign artists' videos. We actually put a lot of effort into the visuals that we create. I mean, a lot of our artists put a lot of efforts into the visuals that they create. I mean, our biggest artists who can afford to anyway. Everybody wants to be validated in one way or the other. So yes, you want to be recognized by Grammys, and that's because they started before us. There are certain film gears that when you want to use them for your shoot, you need to fly them into the country. You need to hire from, because we don't necessarily have some of them here. And it's also understandable because these things are produced over there. They started way earlier than us, so they have access to all of those things. But I assure you that if we have access to the things that these people have access to,
we finish them.
You will not believe it. We would, because we are very creative people. The people in the creative, they are doing amazing. People, I will see some visuals. I'm like, how did you even think about this thing that you shot now? And of course, I mean, there are some of us who still need to, should I say, put in more work than we already do. All of us still need to work anyway. But I believe that the difference is in how advanced they are and the accessibility to these advancements.
So let's talk about global and local recognition. Do you think that African creatives should just stick to our own local recognition and not try to beat themselves up when they don't get all of this international recognition? Or because I see some of them fight over the Grammys, is deserving of it, or she's not deserving of it. Should we just embrace more our own? For example, the music industry, the Headies and the Grammys, right? You see a lot of people invalidate their hard work because they are not... Wally, I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. You hear them say, Grammys did not nominate me, then I haven't done well, or I'm not deserving. Exactly.
Right.
I have and before you answer, I have a slightly different opinion about it. Because if you take the same analogy to sport and to football, for example, there's the World Cup, but there's the African Cup of Nations. We don't say we don't want the World Cup. We aspire to win the World Cup as a country, but we know that the standards are higher, the competition is tougher, and as a result of that, we still play hard to win the AFCON because it's relatively easier to. So doing both, I think, is good because at the Grammy level, the validation is global. It widens your market, and it's all about the market and the appeal. So if guys in the US or UK or China can download my music because I have a Grammy and people follow Grammy winners, why not? The people here will still follow me even if I win the Eddie. I think there's room for artists to chase both. Really, that's my opinion. I don't know what you think.
I mean, I sort of agree with you. Like I said earlier, it's okay to aspire. It's okay to want those things. to an extent, I believe we haven't even fully been included in, like, fully considered in those awards because there are very limited slots, very limited categories that African artists in general can even be considered for. So I feel like as much as some of our artists are beginning to get to that level where they have such recognition, everybody else also just needs to do your work and let the work speak. Not, oh, if I did not get that, then I'm not doing it. I'm not. No, please. I don't think.
That was the point. Many people invalidate their hard work
because
they don't get a Grammy. And you see them throwing shades at each other on Instagram, on social media. Oh, actually their fans. Actually, their fans.
It's most of the fans. Yeah, it's mostly the fans.
Yeah,
you see them, right?
Absolutely.
But then to all of our African creators, probably you're watching this vie for the global recognition, for the international stages, all right. But then again, if it doesn't come, keep doing the work. As Adiola said, all right, keep putting out the work. Ensure that your video is going to speak for itself in the long run.
And I also think that the award shows, they are watching the appeal that this music and music videos are generating globally. So, I mean, if you think a few years ago, if one African or Nigerian artist wins a Grammy, it's celebrated widely. It's enough for everybody. But now, they are in multiple categories. Many of them are winning at the same time. And I just think it's going to get better. And it's not that those guys really want it to be like that, but they don't have. It's like the market. The market is going to.
Choice.
You have no choice. You're going to have to look in that direction.
Very well.
Yeah, said. I mean, I believe that in coming years we would most probably have more categories that our type of music can fit into, and we have more artists. I mean, it would gradually begin to seem more like a normal thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the coming years, I believe so.
Amen. All right, Adiola, just before we run off on today's segment, you worked on quite a number of videos. Just give me one that you think deserves a Grammy. If has not won a Grammy yet, too.
That deserves a Grammy. Kante Davido.
Yeah, I like that one.
With Fave.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Beautiful. Love it.
Yes, that's
settled. Grammy, can you hear us? Next Grammy. Thank you so much, Adiola, for coming on the show. It was quite a rich conversation. We need to bring you back so you come and explain to us the nitty-gritty, the technology behind all of this content production.
Available. I'll be happy to be back.
Okay, love it. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you too. Thank you.
Wow, what a conversation, everyone, from the transformative role of technology in love, in dating, in matchmaking, and of course, the celebrating our African superstars and those making the waves behind the scenes. I'm talking about content production. It's been truly, truly inspirational, insightful, eye-opening, and mind-intriguing. What a conversation on the show today. Did you enjoy this? Let us know in the comment section. Are you looking forward to more of this? Let us know in the comment section. We'll love to hear from you. Please do not forget to share this video across all your social media platforms. Let everyone be abreast of everything we shared here today. Wale, it's been a beautiful one.
Yeah, looking forward to the next.
Episode 2. You don't want to miss out on the very next episode of the RoundUp Tech Trends and Tunes. Once again, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button right now. So you are the first to know when we drop episode 2. You don't want to miss out on this one. It's going to be a topic that's going to blow your mind. I'm Gloria Babaridi, and it's been absolutely delightful doing this today. Thank you very much for watching. And until the next one, you take care.